guys, welcome back. This is Josh with Ancient Amnesia Podcast. I'm back with another quick clip show. Today, I wanted to talk about a recent find posted on the University of Liverpool's website about a South African skeleton, a hominid skeleton, Australopithecus, that was found to walk upright in the trees. One of the reasons why I want to highlight this story is we need to learn a little more about our ancient hominid ancestors, as a lot of new research is coming out in the finds in the caves and the Altai Mountains with these Denisovans and other groups, Neanderthals, interbreeding. So it's important to go back and find what we are looking at when we talk about these hominid types. This particular one is the world's most complete skeleton of an early human ancestor, and it was they had a 90% complete skeleton of this old female that was 3.67 million years old. So this is very, very far back. This is actually more complete than the Lucy skeleton that is very famous. And it offers conclusive evidence that human ancestors became efficient upright walkers while they were still sustainably tree-dwelling animals. So just to kind of give you an imaginative scene of what these creatures were like, this particular one is interesting because the first bones of it were 12-foot bones and leg bone fragments identified in boxes in the 1990s. The rest of the skeleton underwent 2 decades of painstaking excavation, cleaning, and restoring. And it took 20 years to put this skeleton together. It was found in a very deep cavern with the bone embedded in concrete-like matrix. The bone is very delicate, in some cases literally paper thin. However, it's given scientists a far greater understanding on how our species evolved. 90% of the skeleton of this old female, which is twice as complete as the famous Lucy skeleton, and considerably older as well, it's named Littlefoot, and it's a member of the genus Australopithecus, a widespread and varied genus of hominids to which Lucy belonged, and which was a very early precursor to modern-day Homo sapiens, which appeared roughly around 300,000 years ago. So again, 3.7 million years. Littlefoot is the first fossil of the Australopithecus to ever have been discovered with its limbs intact. So this is a very special find. The studies support the argument of her discoverer that there were 2 species of Australopithecus living at the same time in South Africa's cradle of humankind, as the Australopithecus africanus, which was small, like Lucy, and probably primarily tree-dwelling, and Australopithecus prometheus, which was probably just within the range of our body type and stature. So it's very important to really look at this particular one. This hominid, for the first time in the fossil record, had longer lower limbs than upper limbs, like ourselves. So it's beginning to take on our structure. And these older ones, like Ardipithecus, which came before it, had longer arms and legs and kind of looked more like the great apes, like the gorilla. And these are starting to look like humans, what we would think of as ourselves. So that evidence means that she was being selected for a long stride length in bipedalism. This is a very big change in the biology. Lucy, Littlefoot, which was the other type, had a hip joint like her own, able to transmit large forces from the trunk to the leg or vice versa. Although Littlefoot's legs were longer than her arms, they had not yet achieved the great relative leg length found in humans. So she would have not been as good at carrying objects as we are. However, she would have been much better at climbing trees than modern humans. It's most likely that she would have resided in an area that was a mix of tropical rainforest, broken woodland, and grassland, through which she would roam around. She would have lived primarily on forest fruits and leaves. So, a very interesting creature as it begins to advance and develop and adapt to change. Again, 3.7 million years old, 90% complete skeleton that took them 20 years to put together. This is a really good find as we start to look back at these early hominids and how they developed intelligence and strengths and adaptations to withstand the environmental changes that were around them. And again, there's a lot of research in this particular field that is being uncovered, so we do want to get in there, find it, and uncover it, unpack it for you, and let you know that it exists and what it potentially could mean for the future of the research. Thanks for coming by. Please go to ancientamnesia.com for more archived articles and podcasts. We'll be sure to keep coming at you with some really good things and articles we're finding. If you want to contact us, please contact us at info@ancientamnesia.com, and we'll see you next time.